Hi, I'm Gary, and I just got here. Today we're going to do a live build of the E-flite Timber X, and just waiting for a few people to join. We do have a large crowd already. I see 6 are watching, and hopefully, I talked about doing this for about an hour, and there's not very many steps. So hopefully you guys will have some questions or want to talk about something too. And yeah, this thing, I don't expect it to take very long to put together, but we're going to have a good time. I do want to say hi to Dave. Right now, he's my only person on that can do the monitoring for me, so appreciate that. Hey, Rob and Kevin, Anthony, and Mike. I look forward to seeing a few of you guys here soon. Dan Nunez, he's in the live chat. I don't know how many of you guys know that joke, but I called him Dan Nunez for I don't know how long, and his name's Newens. It is just yeah. My bad, Dan. Still got that airplane. I got to glue the landing gear back in, and we'll fly that again soon. I got a 40-inch television back here because my vision's not the greatest, but I can read the chat, so that's cool. All right, well, hey, there's RC Master. He was asking me what time it would be where he's at, and I believe it's 1:30. 1:30 in the morning. So, thanks for joining RC Master. First step is to put the landing gear on, and there's 4 hole screws, and they do go into aluminum, these aluminum pivots. So I got some Loctite here. I'm going to put on a plate to make it easier to get on the screws. Does everybody agree? Put Loctite on there? I just want I think so. It's aluminum. I don't see any reason not to. But these just go in there underneath. Well, you gotta have it spun just the right way. But it goes in there like that. A couple screws hold it on. And then I'm gonna put this spring with a screw in with some plastic. So metal to metal. That's right, Dastardly Dave. It catches me every time I see it on there. Dave's name with Dastardly there. Alright, got it. Loctite's going to be on there. And then this one, and then there's this looks like it could be tricky. I got to separate this to get this bend in here behind this screw. So we'll see how we do. I do have a magnifying glass to help me, and I got my readers. So let's go ahead and get that screwed on there. Hopefully your guys' view angle is not too bad. It looks like we can see what I'm doing, but it's just these little screws, and I do have the instructions laying on the table right here, right out of your guys' sight. And it's only that page, this page, telling you to push the wing together, and that's it. So it's talking about putting the battery in and how the controls work after that, but I don't think I'll have a problem with that. Hey Klein, I didn't see you come in. Or K9, sorry. K9. Alright. So let's go ahead and get these 2 screws in there. I had the sound up on the computer that I'm using, and people started chatting, so I turned all the sound off. We didn't need to hear the alerts. Yeah, go ahead and get something out and start working on it. These, hey, there's the RC Sailors. Nate and probably Abby too. And it's getting close to time for them to start working on putting their baby to bed, who just turns 1 tomorrow, I think. Tell Colette hi for me. From me, Teen, and from Gizmo. For those who don't know, I have a dog named Gizmo. Rob is one of my neighbors, and Colette's his little daughter. So it was a little bit tricky getting the hole lined up on the first screw, but I'm hoping this one will go right in there. Looks like it is. So today, on my flight video earlier, I did some stuff for the very first time. I did, it didn't last very long, but I did a torque roll with the Mamba, and that was kind of cool. And then I wanted to keep trying it, and then there was one point I got it too low and almost wrecked it, but we saved it, so no, it's not a Max screwdriver. This is a Rural King special right here. Right here, yep, battery hatch. Yep. I actually saw a video where they were talking about they didn't like that, but I guess that could be a hassle getting the battery in and out from the bottom, but we'll be alright. I've been wanting a stall plane for a while, and so this one was on sale, so I picked it up. The sale, I think the sale ends Monday, the 21st, I think. Picked this one up off of Tower Hobbies. Love watching batteries. Yeah. Well, that would be bad. I did this summer. I had a battery fall out of the. I mean, I just had it strapped to the bottom, but I had a battery fall out of the Bloody Baron, and I never found that battery. Found the plane, but I never found the battery. The grass was kind of tall there at the fairgrounds. Nope, never found it. I went back and looked like 2 or 3 more times, and I don't know if they hit it with a mower and picked it up or what, but it was lost forever. There was another time I lost a battery. It was the P-51 when I hit the tree. The battery flung out of that airplane, and luckily there was somebody there with me that was flying the RV-8 by Flex Innovations. That's a beautiful airplane, by the way. If I ever get a chance to pick one of those up, I will. And man, he didn't only find the battery, he found the LiPo alarm in the tall grass. I couldn't believe it. Hey Robert, thanks for, oh look, Abby's on too. I don't know if she was on earlier. I seen somebody say both of the sailors were on. Did I not see Alan? Hey Alan. So this next step, and so after I get that done, I'll bolt these down. But before I do that, it'll be easier for me to attach these, I think. Let me make sure. No, it's saying to do it after I screw those down at the bottom. So these 2 screws are going to go into plastic right here. So I'll do that next. That's pretty cool. I got 15 people watching. I didn't really expect too many. Somebody at work was asking me when I was going live. I forget, Minnesota or something. Somebody I work with online. So I was kind of watching to see if that person joined, but haven't seen anybody. And so I picked this airplane to be my first live build, just because I knew it was going to be super easy. Very few steps and everything just kind of popped together, kind of like the P-51 Mustang. Yeah. You know what? I've never been there, but isn't that where that Mall of America is or something? I think I'd like to go there once. Anyways, if I ever have to build another one of those P-51s, I'll do it live. And I did this winter after I finished my 365 days straight. I plan on doing some more of this type of thing. Maybe not airplanes that I'll complete, but it'll also be in my shop. The shop's just not ready right now, and I'll probably have it set up with 2 cameras and OBS and all this on. Yeah, a combustion engine. Yeah. So just I don't finding the perfect time to do it. I really enjoyed watching the live build with the sailors. They've been building a truck, and that's, even though I don't have any plans of doing any trucks, it's kind of fun to watch. Make sure I don't lose this little screw. There was some extra screws that came with the kit. I thought I was gonna have to put in like there was these little screws. I don't know if you can see those or not, but 3 little tiny screws, and I think they go back here for if you put pontoons on it. They'll do water landings. But this airplane didn't come with that. So if I'm going to do pontoons, I have to buy them. There's a little groove for it to fit into. Maybe loosen this one up just a little more. I'd rather not take this off if I don't have to. I don't know if you saw that, my wing just fell off. There, it's in the groove. If I can get that flipped around. Tighten this down. You feeling any better, Rob? You still on? I know Rob was feeling kind of bad yesterday. Used, right? Yeah, if I'm gonna sell it, I gotta get the used price out of it now, because the wing fell off the table. Feels like it's starting. I had my buddy Rob help deliver a clothes dryer for me yesterday. I spent most of the morning putting that in, getting some laundry done because ours quit earlier this week. That's cold. Some cough medicine, right? Hashtag talent. Did I miss something? So this airplane has, so I'm gonna just set it up normal because I want to use the lights, but you can set it up with the flap split, and they got a Y harness on there to start out with, and you would have to take out the connection for the lights if you want to go with the split flaps to be able to do like crow and well, not for well, maybe for the crow, but to be able to do the full wing aileron feature, you gotta split. You gotta take out the Y harness and take out the connection for the lights and use that for the. But there it is. It's got wheels. Sits up nice and high. So this big propeller, man, it come with a really big propeller, but it's got plenty of ground clearance there. I'll get that on in a little bit. I did bind this up before we went live. Make Nate do the laundry. I missed something there. Yeah, the prop is big, but this thing is supposed to be able to do all the 3D stuff that I'm doing with the Mamba. So I'm excited about that. I think the next step is, I better check and read this to make sure, but I think it's to put the elevator on. I got the landing gear done. Elevator goes on. Now I got a question of what you guys think about this elevator. There's two options. They have this steel rod, which is heavier, and they got this fiberglass rod. It weighs less. They said if you plan on doing a lot of 3D to use this, but it'll make it a little more tail heavy. So which one do you think I should use? Anybody? Fiberglass. Go lighter. That'll make it fly normal. Don't start with the 3D. Alright, cool. Yep. So that's what I was thinking anyways, but I wanted to ask everybody. Did I lose the other half of the elevator too? There we go. So I believe it goes like this. Just like that. And let's put this one in first. Just like that. And then here's the control horn. I'll have to hook it onto here after I get it in there. And this is plastic, so when I put these screws on to hold this on, it's just metal to plastic again. So nothing special there. On the big screen though. There we go. And so I've used these two bags of screws, and here's the last one. 2 screws here, except for the big plastic ones that go in the top wing. That won't take long. Of course, you got to get all your connections. And then this is like a clipped wing version. So my plan is to be able to just haul it in the car without taking it apart. I know that's kind of an objective for everybody to make it easy. Don't want to have to keep taking airplanes apart at the field and put them in your car to take them home. Want to just throw them in there and go. Clipped wing just means that like a regular version of this has a little bit longer wingspan, and so they made this one with the wings shorter. It's supposed to make it a little more so it can do the 3D stuff. The longer one makes it more stable. Nice. So I can in fact, the TV I'm using for the computer right now, I can pull up YouTube on there. It's a smart TV. I think it's 40 inch. I know the guys give me a hard time on football night because I have a small TV in my basement. They're my real friends. Right, Rob? Alright, that's in there. Yeah, probably true. It looks really flat, so probably no dehedral. Gary forgot you were live. Oh, well, that's okay, man. You joined now, so we've got just about most of it built now. Got the landing gear on, elevators on, the wing. Most airplanes come apart like it is now, so we'll put it together just so we can look at it. But we got to hook up this elevator control here. I don't know if you guys can see that real well, but if you haven't seen these before, the little locking collar snaps onto the rod up here, so you gotta unsnap it by pushing it back like that, and then it slides off the bin just like that. I don't know. Hold that up there if you guys can see it all right. Oh, a little bit low. I did set so when I fly live, I set a delay in the video just for better quality. Since I'm on Wi-Fi, I didn't need that, so I did take the delay out and set it for the fastest stream, which works good for the chat. Yeah, I think so too. I'm excited to fly this. I don't have any 4S batteries. This airplane will work with 3 or 4S batteries. In fact, it's probably a good thing we put the fiberglass rod in there, because they do say to use the 4S battery if you put the steel rod in to kind of balance it out. And I don't have one. So I have one in the mail, or will be in the mail, coming from Horizon Hobbies. Got one of those new smart batteries. If you guys don't have one of those, I think Nate linked one in his last video with the Era Cobra. He just released it, I don't know, probably less than an hour ago. Pretty good video. So that's all there is to that. Now that's hooked up. Just like that. Let's see if so on the inside, right here on the control for the rudder, they did have the push rod out of there. I did do that before the video, so apologize that you guys didn't see that, but I wanted to get everything just ready for the video. I do have my radio on. I wanted to power it up to see if they were centered. You see it's got some lights up here on the front, and there's one on the top and the bottom. It looks like it's centered up. Oh, it's not doing nothing. Oh, I left the bind plug in there. Oops. Well, we'll bind it again real quick. Alright. Now it should. Alright. There it is. So I have to set up the switch for the dual rates. I didn't do that yet, but looks like everything's centered up good. And since I forgot to do it last time, we'll take that bind plug out now. I'm glad they have those little orange flags on there. My big fingers can be pretty tough to get in there and pull that off. But everything looks pretty good for center. I do love this transmitter. It's awesome. I've been flying with it. Wait a second. We'll just make it go to sleep. 18, yep. That's pretty good. I mean, I only have 400 some subscribers, and everybody lives all over the place, so it's hard to say when people will be able to watch. This was a good time for me, and I wasn't sure what the plans were for RC Sailors. I didn't want to try to be in the same airspace, as they say. And I think the next step is to do the wing. Let me check the instructions though real quick. It says 90 degrees. I did all that. Yep, next up is put the wing rod in and make the connections. So, hi Dan, Brooke from Oklahoma. So I will fly this tomorrow. That's why I was like, man, I shouldn't have said I was going to build this on Saturday. I want to fly it, but I said I'd do it on Saturday, so I waited. I was tempted to put it together and then take it back apart so I can do the video, but we might have had an accident, so that would have been bad news. But it's just going to go in there. Where'd that little plastic piece go? Yeah, that wait a minute, and then get these wires connected. There's some lights on the wing, so let's go ahead and do that. Put my readers back on. For sure, you're going to be able to fly it. I don't know about borrowing it, but you're going to get to fly it. Like the Air Cobra, though, I'm going to fly that one, I think, too. Probably on the channel. I intend to join the Tri-State Model Flyers Club and do a lot of videos from there next year. So you guys look forward to seeing me fly there some next year. Alright. They got it numbered. Left flap, I think. This one says aileron. Oh, it might say light 1 for the lights. So let me see if I can find those plugs. Yeah, L1 and L2. Oh, it's got a weird connection. If I can figure out which way to go. It's a yellow. There, like that. I might do something to make those stay together. A little black tape or something. Just to make sure they don't come apart. There's the lights, and then aileron is this one, and it's a Y adapter, so it doesn't really matter which one you use. And that does flap. Need this one, aileron. I forgot to bring a drink down. I was thinking about making a joke about making sure you always have a drink before you start working on something. And RC, the control line. Is that the one you're talking about, Alan? it sounded mean when we got it started. Last time we had it at the field in Indiana, and we got that thing running, and it was, because it's just one speed on those old control line planes, there's no throttle control, and that thing was a ripping. It sounded mean. Alright, there's the yellow. Everything's connected now, I believe. And I'll probably use some zip ties to clean that up when we're all done. Put that down in there a little bit. Like so. Whoop, bump the tail on the wall. Looks like it goes like that. And then there's, it's just a plastic brace that you put on the back there. Got a couple nylon bolts. Probably should have. Oh well, we'll put it together and then we'll check it. That does not look like it's going right. Let's double check that. It felt like it was doing an angle, so I don't know if it. I guess it's right. Put this on just enough. I don't want to put it down too tight because I am going to go in there and clean those wires up. Just enough to light the lights up and see what it looks like. Make sure the ailerons and the flaps work. Alright. So back to the controller. And power it up. The audio good? I wasn't sure if you guys can hear me okay. I was looking at cameras and microphones and all kinds of stuff and another computer, and I was like, we'll try it this way first. That light's working. This one's, I don't know if you can see that. It's red and got a little white light that's flashing. That's pretty cool. This end's green with the little white light flashing. Looks like plenty of throw on those. And I put the zero flaps there, and then so something interesting. And that, I'll have to look at that because that isn't quite right. The elevator's sticking way up, but when the flaps go down, I programmed it the way the manual said, and it says that put in like 14% for the first click on the flaps. Flaps go down 50%, and then the elevator goes down 14%. So it also goes down. And then when you go, yeah, I need a drink. And then you go down 100% on the flaps, and the elevator goes down 20%. So it looks like left, and the left side's up. So that's right. Right side's up. Elevator's going up. Left, right. The motor's spinning. And it's spinning the right way. So let's unplug it and put the prop on. Put the radio back to sleep. So we get the prop on there. So what are we? We're just at 35 minutes and I have the whole airframe together. Now I will have to go inside and adjust the control arm for the elevator. It's up a little bit. And I'll clean up those wires. Should slide right on there. There we go. And then it's just got this nut on here. Right onto the prop, I see. That's a little bit interesting. Usually there's a plate that holds the prop on, but they have the nut straight into the prop. And since they didn't give me nothing extra, I'm not putting anything extra on there. Got a little wrench here just to tighten it up, because this is a compression style system, so when it compresses, it holds onto the motor from that bolt. And then the spinner right here, there's a little screw right here you gotta take it off. And this was all, when it was in the kit, this was already like together. You just put that on there just like that. Put the screw in there. Loctite, guys, metal to metal, right? Or is it not important for the spinner? Anybody? All right, Rob. All right, Rob. Rob says. I never do it for the spinner. Okay. I'm going to take the sailor's advice here. I wiped off what I got on there. Sorry, Rob. My buddy Rob, he doesn't like the airport. Right. The experts. My buddy Rob, he builds houses and they're building over by the airport, and the airport gives them a hard time. So it's kind of personal and kind of not personal at the same time, I guess. So there's that. Everything's together. The hatch is on the bottom, like that somebody commented already. You got the battery straps up inside there. There's a couple Velcro straps to hold the battery up. Yeah, fly it tonight. Well, that was kind of by design. I didn't want to. I want to go through and clean up the wires. You know, I want to look at all the trims a little closer and get the. Oh, sorry about that. I pushed that forward and forgot about it. Wise people seldom take your advice. Sorry about that, Robert. So. This was a pretty fun build, and this airplane looks like it's going to be a blast to fly. And you're going to see this one a lot on the channel, I'm sure, especially as the weather starts getting worse. Yeah, we'll definitely fly it tomorrow. I'll have to look at that. It's rubbing on the styrofoam. You do that quick. We can see it tomorrow, for sure. I guess, you know what? I'll be super careful, but I want to see the prop spin since I'm all done. Throttles down. We don't want to blow anything off the table here. Got the little starting sequence. I'll have to look at that too, because this thing's supposed to have like safe technology or something. So I think we're good. It looks like it has lots of power, so oops. It ought to be plenty of fun tomorrow with the 3S pack. I'm planning on using the same battery. I'll probably charge it just to make sure it's topped off. I got these for the Mamba. Yeah, it's got some power, that's right. Stupid autocorrect. So, which airplane do you guys like the most that I've been flying? The Mamba or the P-51 or the FT Scout, the Bloody Baron? So, yeah, the Mamba is a lot of fun to fly. That P-51 can scoot, and I like doing those really low passes with it. Yeah, that Bloody Baron, I need to build a new one, I think. But it's going to make it at least two more flights. Right, the Nunez FT Scout is pretty cool. I need to get that one back out. Fly it this week. Yeah, the Bloody Baron went through a lot in the first few months of the year. And so it's pretty rough, but it's amazing with all the glue that I put into that plane how well it does. Well, guys, I'd say that's good for my first live build. And even though I had it going another 20 minutes, light pole magnet, that was something fierce with the FT Scout hitting the light pole, because it smashed that whole front end so bad. So this was fun, and I'm looking forward to doing this again. It might not be a complete build like this. It might be just a work day working on a plane. And if you guys haven't already, subscribe to my channel, which I think all of the names that I've seen has. But if somebody's watching the replay of this, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you guys don't all mind, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. And as always, I'm Gary, and I just got here.